What's up everyone? Welcome to Ashley Talks Movies and welcome to my review of The Phoenician Scheme. This is the latest movie from director Wes Anderson. It stars Benicio del Toro as Zsa Zsa Corda, a business tycoon who has made more than a few enemies. After surviving another assassination attempt on his life, Corda names his estranged daughter Liesl, a nun in training played by Mia Thruppleton, as his heir. Corda then embarks on a new enterprise, visiting investment partners to secure money for his biggest business venture yet. Before I jump into the review, do me a favor, make sure you subscribe. That way you can keep up with everything I'm posting on the channel, including all the movie reviews, entertainment news, and more.
I'm appointed you sole heir to my estate, which you may come into sooner rather than later.
Why? It's been 6 years since our last meeting.
I have my reasons.
Which are what?
My reasons? I'm not saying. I'm saying I'm not saying.
The Phoenician Scheme is a Wes Anderson movie that has all of the Wes Andersonisms we come to expect from this director. The symmetrical framing, the distinct color palette, the quirky and eccentric characters, and even the deadpan humor. It also explores familiar themes like dysfunctional families and finding purpose and meaning in life. Now, Anderson's movies often have a storybook feel to it, and we get that here with The Phoenician Scheme, which unfolds over a series of chapters. Basically, long story short, The Phoenician Scheme is pretty much more of the same from Wes Anderson, specifically when we're talking about some of his more recent films. Now, that could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you feel about Wes Anderson. For me, the biggest problem with The Phoenician Scheme was that, as a whole, this movie felt somewhat empty. It seemed more interested in its visual language, aesthetic, and style than it did in the characters and the narrative. Now, this is a movie that started off really strong, and within the first 15 to 20 minutes, I was absolutely drawn in. And when we're first introduced to the character of Zsa Zsa Corda, I was really intrigued and really wanted to see where this character was going to lead us. But by the second half, the movie starts to unravel and lose itself and becomes very repetitive. The saving grace for this movie and what makes it entertaining enough to sit through are the leads. Benicio del Toro is well cast as Corda, a man whose ambitions have made him successful but also brought him a lot of trouble. And he does a great job with the deadpan delivery, and he really does a great job embodying this really quirky, eccentric character that is just really fun to watch. Mia Thruppleton was quite the surprise for me, just because I wasn't very familiar with any of her previous work, and she really held her own in this movie, especially in the scenes opposite Del Toro, and she was really able to deliver that deadpan humor. And what I liked is how she was able to embody this character that over the course of the movie you start to see is very conflicted. And the two of them make quite the dynamic duo, and I honestly really enjoyed the scenes that feature just the two of them. Michael Cera plays a character named Bjorn Lund, a tutor who joins Corda and his daughter on their journey, and he honestly fits so well in a Wes Anderson movie, playing a weird character like this. And I wouldn't be surprised if Michael Cera pops up in other Wes Anderson movies just because of how well he fits in with this world. Now, just like other Wes Anderson movies, you have a roster of big name stars who pop in to play bit parts. You've got Tom Hanks and Bryan Cranston, Jeffrey Wright, Scarlett Johansson, and Riz Ahmed making appearances. Most of these characters that they play are forgettable, but I did find the scene with Hanks and Cranston to be pretty funny, even though it was pretty ridiculous. The Phoenician Scheme, unfortunately, isn't the best Wes Anderson movie. I thought it was just okay. However, I did like it more than Asteroid City and The French Dispatch. Now, if you're trying to decide whether or not to see this movie, I'll say this. If you are a Wes Anderson fan and you like most of his movies, you'll probably either love this movie or at least like it. If you're not a Wes Anderson fan and you don't like his aesthetic or his style or his way of storytelling, then this is not going to win you over. So those are my thoughts on The Phoenician Scheme. Do you plan on seeing this in theaters? Let me know in the comments. While you're here, like and subscribe and stick around for more videos like this.